Hey guys, this is Dan and welcome to another episode of Cryptolite. Today we are going to review the coin Dent, which is a great coin with a great working product that is currently disrupting the mobile industry, but yet is currently very underpriced on the market. Why is that? And is now a good time to buy into Dent? Join us in our review of Dent as we answer these questions and more. The parent company behind the Dent coin is called Dent Wireless. Dent Wireless is a company with a mission to tokenize, liberate, and democratize one of the most important commodities in our time, mobile data and bandwidth. They are developing mobile apps and a marketplace using blockchain technology for buying and selling of mobile data packages, which can be direct telco products or originating from users that sell unused mobile data packages to each other. Last year, I was on a mobile phone plan for 2 gigabytes of data a month, but it was too little and I was running out of it constantly, and so I upgraded my plan to the next step up, which was 16 gigs of data shared between my iPhone and iPad. So now I have too much data. Imagine if I could sell my extra data to others who need it, or if I could have a way to stay on my 2 gigabytes data plan and top it up cheaply if I needed to. Imagine as well if I was traveling to Mexico today, and instead of having to use my current service provider or buy expensive SIM cards, I could go to an app on my phone and buy people's access data in Mexico cheaply. That's what Dent is. Currently, streaming video is the mobile phone's largest growing use. However, streaming video on the mobile phone sucks up data. An hour of watching YouTube video in standard resolution uses about 0.7 gigabytes of data. If you were to watch high definition videos on YouTube, that could be as much as a whopping 7.2 gigabytes of data per hour. Which means if you have a 2 gigabyte plan, you can only watch standard resolution videos for about 3 hours or less than 3 hours in a whole month. Okay, people who have an average of 8 gigabytes of data a month on their phone plan will only be able to watch less than 20 minutes of streaming on YouTube a day, and that's on standard resolution. Data plans in 2016 grew 63%, so it's a growing market and is currently estimated to be a $386 billion revenue market a year. So the market that they're targeting is a huge market. Now, data plans aren't cheap or flexible. The next step up in a data plan to the next higher data cap could cost as much as 33 to 50% more than the previous cost. Students or people in third world countries simply can't afford that. And the worst is that if you are traveling in a foreign country and you run out of data, you're basically stranded these days. No Google Map, no WhatsApp to call for help. So Dent is providing the cheapest solution to the biggest problem in the biggest use of mobile phones in this generation, and this is decentralization. How they do it is by removing borders and creating a global mobile data marketplace with fully transparent data prices. This plan benefits the telecom companies because it helps the operators to serve more customers and to utilize their networks better as well. It also offers them the Dent platform to serve a global customer base instead of just a local customer base. And all this without the need for those companies to establish their own siloed platforms. It benefits the customers like us because it is cheap, quick, and flexible, and there are even caveats like you can earn free data through watching advertisements on their apps. So it becomes a win-win situation for both telecom companies as well as day-to-day users. The advantage of Dent being a blockchain product is rather than dealing with multiple fiat currencies from different countries if I'm exchanging data or buying or selling data across borders, a single digital currency becomes the medium for all exchanges, which is the Dent token. Also, all interactions are facilitated by smart contracts on the Ethereum platform, so they are transparent, open, and reliable. The technology setup is actually quite simple. The technical details are here in the white paper, and I'll try and explain it to you in my own words in simple terms. So you've got three parties. You've got the users, which is you and me. You've got the telecom companies on the other end, and in between you've got the Dent exchange. Now, the users, you and me, will use what is known as trading terminals, and there's two types of trading terminals. There is the web apps and the mobile apps. So these are basically the Dent applications that we can download through iTunes or Google Play on our mobile phones to use. The mobile apps are the simpler interface with very basic information, for example, placing orders, quote charts, current portfolio. The web apps are the more complicated interfaces with a bit more details like market depth, order history, etc. It's very similar to a forex trading app for those who are familiar with it. The big part of their tech then is in the middleman that is known as the Dent exchange component structure. This is made up of three components. First is made up of the Dent exchange, which is basically their internal trading platform. Next is made up of the Ethereum smart contracts that run the interactions on this middleman. And lastly, the third component is the virtual operator, which acts as a market maker. It provides mobile data packages for end users and is the payment gateway for data packages purchases. And that's it, basically. That's their technology in a nutshell. It's not super complicated, and I think that's all right. Now, the main reason really that we look at the technical aspects of any project is to decide if it's a workable project or just a concept that's going to fail. But in the case of Dent, all of this is secondary. The tech review is secondary because Dent has already gotten a working platform and on the iOS and Android apps out over the last couple of months. And their working platform, these apps are getting 5 out of 5-star ratings. So we know that the working product is working beautifully at the moment. And we are happy, to review their tech without going too much into details. Their white paper is a very good white paper. Now, the thing that stands out to me about this project on this white paper is not actually their tech, but it's the foresight of the project. You will find details of this under the headings of Dent leveraging key drivers of the telco industry. So not under the technical session. And in this section, what you will find is that they are very aware of the direction of the next wave of technology to hit the telecom industry. These will include three things. eSIM, so not using physical SIM cards, but having an eSIM installed on your phone by default. Using 5G network, so not 4 or 4.5G, which is what we're using now, but 5G in the future. And lastly, the Internet of Things, which the people who are subscribed to this channel will be very familiar with what is the Internet of Things by now. Now, I think these foresights are accurate, and these are definitely technology that is going to come into the telecom world or mobile industry over the next few years. So as a network, the Dent platform is able to scale and support these technologies. So they really have the foresight there. And as a global network, right, listen to this, Dent might be one of the few solutions that are able to bridge the gap between the old technology and new technology. So meaning if someone who's using a SIM card wanted to sell data, they could be able to take the data and sell it to someone who's using an eSIM phone, the new technology phone. So they can cross over to new technology, but they can also help companies to do that across companies and across borders, across countries. So they will literally could be the cheapest solution to bridging the gap between old and new technologies across companies and across countries. They also bypass the need for the companies to have big silo projects because they are a blockchain product. So this will be very, very huge, and I think that because of this, a lot of big companies in the future, telecom companies, will want to use them. And I think this is very smart of the team to have this foresight, because if you think about it, if all they offer as a blockchain project is a sharing economy for cheap data, that's very, very good for now. But data on the whole is getting cheaper, and there are more and more affordable unlimited data plans coming up in the developed world especially. So this selling point will expire at some point in the future. But to offer themselves as the cheapest bridging option for new technology, boasting as well a global market clientele to boost big companies' local market clientele, that is what will ensure their sustainability and push them into the limelight and mass adoption. In one of the FAQs about the roadmap for 2018, they mentioned that they were already negotiating with market participants with plans to pilot the automatic data purchase features and ideas for Internet of Things devices, where Dent's exchange could be used as a spot market trading desk for Internet of Things data. So the team definitely sees this potential as well, and they are pushing for it, trying to build on it. So this project has a lot of potential. I'm not seeing this discussed in any other reviews of Dent. All the reviews tend to focus on the sharing economy for cheap data, but I think that this futuristic focus on Dent is maybe the main selling point in the future. Okay, this is their team. Their anchorman is without a doubt their CEO and founder, Tiro Katajainen. He is over 20 years of experience in the field. He's co-founded several internet startups, although it doesn't say which startups. And it quoted from the website, it says that he has a deep knowledge on complicated commerce system and is a specialist for large transactional systems. He is the mastermind of all tech at Dent. So he's the anchorman. The rest of the team are also decent. There is no major superstars to sound out to you guys, but they all have, or most of them have 12 to 20 years of experience in their area of expertise. The only thing I will point out about the team is that the team's expertise tend to be very heavy on the tech side. And one role I don't see in the team is a marketing manager. And this may be one of the reasons why their marketing is quite bad. I think it's quite acknowledged even in their own community that their marketing is bad. You see, I think that they are one of the best projects on the blockchain at the moment. They got a successful working product which not many blockchain projects have. But yet they are not well known because their marketing is one of the worst. That's why they're so under the radar. There's a mountain of decent projects in the blockchain arena, and for better or for worse, it's the loudest ones that get the most attention, the ones with the most marketing, the most shilling. And Dent has little to no marketing at all. So they need a marketing guy. Other than that, it's a good team. There isn't any listing in terms of advisors as well. And that's another fault, you see, because if they have an advisor, it might be able to balance out the skewness of the team towards the tech side. An advisor might be able to advise them to focus a bit more on the marketing and how to do so, because they are clearly very excellent at developing the tech side of things. This is their roadmap, and they are on track so far, having released the iOS and Android app version 1.0 this quarter. They have also made partnerships with Verizon and AT&T in the USA, as well as Movistar and Telco in Mexico already. So currently the use of their app is limited to these two countries. Upcoming events that we can expect include the launch of the global prepaid top-ups, as well as partnerships with Vivo and Claro, 2 out of 3 of the biggest telecom companies in Brazil. Partnership with Airtel in India and Korea operators. And I think on their actual website, there was mention about Hong Kong as well. So they're doing a trial in PLDT in Hong Kong. So Q2 or second quarter will also see the launch of Dent's Exchange Web app, which enables the trading of Dent against data packages. So very interesting. As well as more advertisement and operators. Yes, advertisement, that's what you need. And in the third quarter, they are expected to launch the Dent mobile apps version 2.0 and an update to the roadmap. So lots to look forward to over the next half a year, and they are making the partnerships as promised. Just a few days ago, it was posted on their social media that they have officialized the partnership with Brazil's telecom companies, Vivo and Claro, as promised in their roadmap. So we can really look forward to them building more great partnerships. Also, they are due to launch Korean operators in the second quarter, and Korea's population has 17 to 20% who are currently involved in cryptocurrency trading. So the awareness of crypto in the nation is really high, and they are also a very tech-savvy nation who uses a lot of mobile data. So if Dent does make significant partnerships in Korea in Q2, we can expect a heavy token use from that side of things. Finally, looking at the price prediction, Dent is currently sitting at 1.5 cents, almost 1.6 cents, with a 8.8% increase today. So today's been a good day for Dent. Actually, today's been a good day for the market on the whole, a lot of green, which is great. At the highest in January, they were sitting just over 10 cents. So even if they will return to their high, that's already a 600 to 700% return. In terms of exchanges, currently they are sitting on OKEX, which is a decent exchange, as well as some medium-sized exchanges like KuCoin and HitBTC. They are not on Bitfinex or Binance yet, although this week they did try to be voted in for Binance, but they came just short at number 2, and it was a very close shave. But this is good news for potential investors because it means that Binance is considering them and the community is proactive to get them listed. I think it's only a matter of time before we can expect them to hit Binance. And as everyone knows, when coin hits Binance, it's going to be an increase in price, significant increase in price. Also, for some reason, 50% or more than 50% of their exchange volume is on CoinRail, which is a Korean exchange. I tried to look up the reason why, but I couldn't really find any reason on the internet why. But I did find some articles that stated that even since late February, CoinRail loves Dent, and they've been doing huge trade volumes on CoinRail since late February. Um, so this is all positive in the expectation that the Korea crypto market is aware of them, that they like the project, and when they do launch in Korea, we can realistically have a positive expectation that the uptake will be very, very favorable. Now, we did mention earlier that the total telecom revenue each year in the whole world is about 386 billion. Now, consider these facts. Dent has the first mover's advantage in what they are doing, a blockchain trying to share data on the world scale, on the global level. They have major partnerships already, a good working product, more partnerships to come, and they also have a competitive edge, I believe, in the next wave of telecom technology, the eSIMs, 5G, and the Internet of Things, when those things hit the market, which I believe will happen in the next 1 to 2 years. Now, when all of their major partnerships are established, hopefully by the end of 2019, I think it's very possible that they might have 2 to 3% of the total global telecom revenue. Now, even if you are very conservative and skeptical and you say, look, 2 to 3% of the world's revenue in telecom stuff is a bit too much, let's be conservative. Let's aim for half to a third of that, which is maybe just 1% of the world's total telecom revenue. That would still put it at 3.86 billion, which is an over 2,300% increase from its market cap of 170 million today. In today's market, okay, a market cap of 3.86 billion would put them not even in the top 10, it will only put them, I think, at number 13, so in the top 15 of the market. Now, is this a company that deserves, or I can imagine being in the top 15 cryptocurrencies of the world? Yes, I can. In fact, with its tech and practical application, it's already doing more than some of the top coins. And if it had proper marketing, I think it could potentially be much higher in the rankings than now. Before the apps were launched, so this is back in January, they were ranked at number 68. Currently now they are ranked at 83. It's actually dropped in ranking despite the apps being launched, which means that it's really gone under the radar and really undervalued at the moment. People just kind of forgot about this coin or just aren't paying attention to them. I don't think many people in the crypto community know that their app have been released. I myself wasn't aware until I did this review. So I think there's a lot of potential for Dent to rise in price over the next 12 months, and I'm quite bullish for Dent. Now, would I invest in Dent today? As a caution about the current market, okay, for those who are subscribed to this channel, you would have heard me mention many times over the last few days, but for those joining us for the first time, I'm going to repeat myself that there is a whale in the market. Okay, the Mt. Gox trustee who is trying to crash the market by selling large amounts of Bitcoin, he's already sold over 400 million in the past few months, and this has contributed to some of the major dips, including the drop to 6,000 Bitcoin, the lowest we've seen this year. And he's expressing that he still wants to sell the rest of his over 1.8 billion assets. And if he does, the market is going to crash. Okay, this matter is currently with the bankruptcy court to see whether or not he can sell it. And the latest news today is that there has been movement or transferring of some money across 5 of his accounts. So many investors are afraid that he will sell again and cause another major market dip. And to be honest, at this point, no one really knows what the court will rule and how the future will turn out. So it's anyone's guess, and I guess you have to make your own decision in this matter. But this is definitely something worth considering before you invest into the market at this point in time. Personally, I'm going to play safe and just keep a very, very close eye on the news. We do a post every day, and if I hear any news update, I will definitely update you guys as well. So make sure you follow us closely for the next few days. So, all right, guys, let me tell you what. If you feel up to it, will you leave a comment in the comment section to let the rest of us as the community know what your stance is on this? Are you concerned about the Mt. Gox situation, or do you believe that the market is going to bull run soon and we should capture the opportunity now before it rises too high, seeing that we've had the green market for the last couple of days? Also, what is your impression on Dent? We really want to hear from you guys, and we hope that this channel will start having more interactions between its users rather than just us and you guys. So that's all for today, and that's my take on Dent. I hope you found this helpful. If you like this vid, do drop us a like and subscribe so you don't miss any of our content, but it also helps us to grow as a channel. We are officially 1 month old today, and we have just hit 450 subs. But most of all, what we really love is you guys and your comments, because we feel like we're interacting with you, and your coin requests and recommendations. Good recommendations like this coin, Dent, is a really good spot, and it's really you guys who are building this channel and bringing good recommendations to the rest of the Cryptolite community. So we are just really blessed to be part of this. So have a great day wherever you are. Tomorrow is our crypto news update, where we update you guys on the latest happenings in the crypto world. In times like these especially, it's really important to keep up to date with the latest news, so make sure you join us for that. We're gonna have a great time. Alright guys, peace out and have a great time. See you tomorrow.